not in the freaking car. What the heck is this? No, so the car's in the shop. I the guy fucking opened up my hood. I don't know if anyone's aware, but he was like, the serpentine belt, it's gone. Your whole pulley assembly needs to be replaced. So I'm like, well, how long is that going to take? Honestly, he said they might be done with it later today. So that'd be actually badass. I got to drive back home for the weekend, so really I need it like ideally before Thursday night, because today's Wednesday. But I thought it was going to be a whole problem with like the power steering pump, but no, it's fucking fine. So a little bit of a glimpse into the behind the scenes of the pre-lift preparation. Because I don't just make the pre, I've got, well, I guess I do have the pre, and then I've got the little post-workout shake, and then I've got the intra workout. So since I'm going to the gym that's only 2 blocks away from where I live, I'm just going to drink all this pre. I'm doing a serving of the hostility and the bloodshot. So one's just, stim free. The other one has like 275 milligrams of caffeine. But in terms of the actual pump products, like I'd want to do more than less. I'd rather be on the upper end of effective than have less than I would need. And it seems to work pretty freaking well. I tell you what. But yeah, like I was saying, so since it's only 1 minute away from where I live on the little electric bike, I'll just drink this in the kitchen. And then I'll fill this up with, where the fuck is it? Oh shit. Hydration, goddammit, Silo 9. It's got aminos in it too. Like, say what you will, but I'm really here for the some intra workout electrolytes. That's my whole shit with that. But basic plan for back. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to do any bent over rows. That's for sure, because my hamstrings are like still destroyed from yesterday's leg day. So any kind of like, if I want to do any kind of rowing, I'm going to want it to be chest supported. Because you got to think, if you're doing rows where you're bent over, or even cable rows seated, you're still using your fucking butt and your hamstrings to hold yourself up. And if my fucking hamstrings are thrashed, I don't want to tire them out even more. So I'm thinking probably pull downs, rows, whatever. Yeah, you're totally good. It's one of the roommates is coming down. But yeah, probably pull downs, rows. Honestly, I've been liking dumbbell rows, but it gets a little annoying because I don't mind doing single-sided movements for like, arms or quads. Like, I love single leg extensions, but I don't really feel the benefit of doing too much single arm stuff for back. I do like single arm rows, or no, single arm cable pull downs seated, especially because it's gonna be fucking packed in there. I already know it. So if it is, which I know it will be, I might not even be able to get onto a fucking lat pull down machine. So you gotta kind of make use with what you have access to. Make use of the what's the word I'm trying to think of? The equipment at your disposal. Because let's say for whatever reason you've got pull downs on your mind. You're right, you want to hit some pull downs, it's mid back. Let's say you started with a heavy rowing movement. By the time you fucking get to pull downs, if there's a line of 3 dudes and each one has at least 3 sets, how long is that going to take before it's your turn? I guess ideally you'd ask them to work in, but let's say they don't let you. It's probably 20 minutes. Just sitting around for 20 minutes mid-workout, it's not going to be fucking ideal. Lose the pump, get out of the zone. Ugh, no good. So 1 scoop of the cookies and cream protein, and then 20 grams of the clustered dextrin. So, easily digestible carb post-workout. I'm going to want to kind of replenish all the glycogen I just burned. But this is not even, sure, this is the same shake that I was drinking post-workout on the bulk. But on the bulk, it had 100 grams of clustered dextrin instead of just 20. So I want a little, but I don't want a ton. if I've only got so many calories to work with for the diet, then I want to kind of use them sparingly. I don't want to just waste 100 by drinking it, because that's not going to make me feel full at all. I'd rather have the 20 in the shake and then get home and have like a, I don't know, pack of ramen or some rice or something. But I think I'll just slam this over the next couple of minutes, and then we can cut to the first working set. God damn. Two more. I think I gotta go a little lighter for the last one. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was a bit more of a slow squeezing. Oh, I guess it didn't look that slow, but relative to the first two. Let's find a row machine. I don't want to do any like, yeah, we're good. I don't want to do any seriously heavy rows. Like I don't want to do bent over barbell or even seated cable because my hamstrings are sore. So I think I'll do some freaking dumbbell rows off the rack. There's nobody using these dumbbells over here. Who gives a fuck if I stand right on the rack? Now, if you're doing dumbbell rows and like it's on the side with the dumbbells where it's like 10s to 30s, then you're kind of a chump. But if nobody's using it, dude, I couldn't care less. But let's throw the 130s around. And these are not going to be super slow, controlled. I'm just moving the fucking weight around, fatiguing my back. That's my mentality with it. You know, and whether or not you do a set with perfect form, slow and controlled, or if you do one where you're just kind of throwing it around, as long as it's an intense set and you've reached a, you know, what you would call approaching failure, I think you're stimulating some fucking muscle. But let's get started. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Now I can move on to a lat focus movement like a pull down or something. Pull downs again? Sam, didn't you already do your pull downs? You would be right. But the style of reps are going to be totally different than those first two sets. This will be more like the third set. A little lighter and really squeeze. Like a bench press is going to feel different when you're fresh and you do a lot of weight, where, you know, the only thing stopping you from getting another rep is the fact that you just physically can't move it anymore. Like you reach like physical failure. But then you can do that same bench with like 2/3, half the weight, go really slow, really fucking squeeze, and it'll be more of like a burning kind of rep. So we're kind of set. So, I mean, based on that, this will feel like a totally different movement. But I think maybe 2 of these will be good. Then I'll move on to something else. One. All right. Let's just finish with 2 sets of single arm pullovers, and then this back pump will be complete. I mean, in terms of weight, back has pretty much been thrashed. I'm really just trying to finish off the lat pump. So 2 sets of single arm pullovers should do the trick just nicely. Mental cue, you got a fucking sword in your hand, you're trying to put it in the sheath on your hip. And then just fucking squeeze hard, get a burn. Ugh. So not really abrupt failure on those, but that fucking burns. And when I do these, I am really trying to think about like opening up my shoulder blades and then pulling it back in. If you know anything about back anatomy. But that's it, man. Let's go check the pump. All right, gotta turn the exposure down a couple of points. Who the fuck is calling me right now? Nothing. All right, so let's so by, I don't even know how what I would describe it as. Freaking very rare circumstances this little posing room is actually open and it's not being taken. So I get to check the pump and the most badass lighting I have access to. All right. So solid amount of pull down, solid amount of rows. I mean, what else is there for back? Let's start with a front lat spread. See if we're working with any insane width. Ooh, okay. It's hard to be disappointed with that. Jesus. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh. All right. I mean, the only two poses for back. Lat spread, double by, and then the same shit reversed. Let's see if we got some veins poking out. Okay. I fucking feel pumped. If you'll notice, I'll talk about this before I leave. There were no deadlifts and there was no dedicated trap work. I mean, for me, deadlifts I find to be just honestly kind of a waste of energy relative to the amount of gains you're going to get in your back. Like, I'm not saying it's not going to stimulate muscle growth. Obviously, dudes with big deadlifts, they can have a big back. I'm not saying that doesn't work, but I'd rather spend the amount of energy that I would expend on like 2 sets of heavy deadlifts on like pull downs or rows or something. Just, you're using a lot of energy at once with deadlifts. Hamstrings going crazy, glutes going crazy, lower back. Look, I want a fully developed physique, but I don't need a massive set of erectors. I want a wide ass fucking pair of lats and some thick mid traps, which I find are going to be built better with, more isolation rows and pull downs. Now, when it comes to traps, I think just by doing rows, you're going to work them efficiently, or no, effectively. And then they also just kind of get worked all the fucking time. Like, every time I do arms and I'm doing dumbbell curls, I'm fucking holding my shoulder up with my traps. Every time I do shoulders and rear delts, or shoulders and, rear delts and side delts, I'm getting some traps activation. So unless your traps are seriously lacking, I don't know if you need to sit on this dumbbell rack and shrug the hundreds for too many sets. I've done it before, so, do a couple. Try to make sure you develop your whole physique evenly, but I'm done. I'm probably going to loiter, talk to some of the dudes I know in here for a while, and we can cut to the post-workout meal because there's not going to be a car talk this lift. So, I have not looked at the fucking footage from that pump, except for on the little like LCD screen on the camera. Dude, that fucking back lat spread, fucking veins just crawling across the. Oh, you guys gave me some flack for this. The teres major. I was calling that muscle the rhomboids. Let's scoot all this fucking stuff over. So post-workout meal in a bodybuilding deficit. What the hell am I going to eat? Well, guess what? I actually got something. I didn't prepare it. I went out and I freaking got a hold of a foot-long turkey sandwich from Subway. I love this shit. So, 80 grams of carbs. It's not nothing at once, but you got to think I've only had 90 for the whole day so far, and I've got 300 to play with. That's essentially how it all adds up. So I'm not going to eat this all right now. I'm just kind of displaying it in a sense. But the bread itself, you gotta don't. I'm not just guessing. I looked this shit up. How many carbs are in a fucking foot-long wheat Subway sandwich? 80-ish. That's about right. You want to be exact with it, but you don't have to be like exactly exact. I guess that's kind of bad advice, but so 80 grams of carbs with the turkey, about 30 grams of protein, and then with a little bit of mayonnaise, about 15 grams of fat. So I plug that all into go on the App Store, look it up. Literally, these words exactly. Stupid, simple macro tracker. It's fucking free. All you do is you open it up and you type in the amount of fat you just ate, the amount of protein, the amount of carbs, and it'll track it for your day. And you can set it to have limits so you can see how many you've eaten, how many you've got left. It's free. That's what I fucking use. That's what I recommend. And that's not a sponsored statement either. You know, I think MyFitnessPal is kind of overly complicated. So I got to drink something too. I tell you what, I didn't realize I was such an addict. Old habits die hard. I got two. Is this a half gallon? I think I get a gallon worth of chocolate milk. But this isn't just fucking chocolate whole milk. This is the Carb Master Kroger brand non-fat milk. So the macros on this per single cup: 0 grams of fat, huge W. 7 grams of carbs. I mean, it's a little something, and then 11 grams of protein. So 2 cups of this is only going to be 160 calories. Now again, you know, I say cups, but I'm going to weigh it out. You know, anytime you're doing anything where you're trying to track shit, just get a little fucking kitchen scale. It's not too fucking complicated. So if I want 2 cups, that's 240 milliliters. And a milliliter is about a gram. So I'm going to fill this shaker cup up until it says 480. 478, close enough. And then I'm going to open up the stupid simple macro tracker. 22 grams of protein and 14 grams of carbs. So post-workout, it's about 8:30 now, and I've only had two, including this food, which I have not yet eaten. I've had 2,000 calories, so I've still got 1,000 to play with, which is very nice. I will say this: I didn't talk about this before. I kind of forgot about it. A 3-pound jump in one day. What I think happened was I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, even though I gave a whole speech about how I need to fucking sleep more. I ended up staying up a little bit extra late. But I think I had some extra food in my stomach from the night before, which, you know, kind of added to a little bit of false weight in the morning. But, you know, even though I'm in a deficit, you know, I'm tracking my calories, day by day, your weight's going to fluctuate. Like your water intake, sodium, you know, random shit like that. I also kind of think I just did quads really hard. Well, I did legs really hard yesterday, so maybe they were kind of inflamed and had a little bit of extra water in them. There's really no need to read into your day by day weight change. It's just like it doesn't matter. Now, you should begin to see a trend line week by week. If you're just staying the same week by week, and let's say you're trying to lose body fat, then you are not eating in a deficit. You're eating at a maintenance calorie level. Like if your weight's the same day 1 as day 20, and in your mind you're thinking that you're trying to eat in a deficit, then it's not a fucking issue of, oh, well, my thyroid is this, that, and the other, or, you know, some people are just genetically No, you're literally just eating too much food, or you're expending too little energy, right? I mean, this is pretty basic shit. And honestly, from my perspective, and I think it's pretty factual, it's non-negotiable. And the same thing goes for gaining weight. 2 weeks pass and you're on a quote unquote bulk and you're still the same fucking weight, you need to eat fucking more food. And I'm not telling you this as if I'm a fucking pro. I mean, the same thing goes for me. What'll happen is towards the end of my bulks, I always fucking stagnate. I need to get totally serious for the next one. Totally freaking serious. But that back pump was fucking solid. Even though I didn't even do any crazy heavy rowing. I guess the pull downs on that first 2 sets were pretty heavy. And I mean, the 130s for the bent over rows they were pretty heavy too. Okay, I guess I lied. It was just a solid back day all around. So cardio in the morning. And then tomorrow is going to be an arm day. Yeah, fuck yeah. I've got something planned. I want to try something for an overhead tricep movement. I'm going to see if it works. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want to build suspense. But I'm going to finish this up, shower off. I don't think I'm stinking. I haven't showered after the lift yet, but maybe I'm just nose blind. And then I've got no homework tonight. This is badass. I get to just eat this and chill. So ideally you'd had an awesome lift and you did your cardio in the morning. We'll just leave it at that. But I'll fucking see you next time, goddammit.